Good morning to you on the last Monday in November. This is a great start to another week here in Central Virginia. Thank you for stopping by and watching Virginia This Morning. Sure hope everybody enjoyed a nice weekend. I'm Bill Bevins.
I'm Amy Lacey. I cannot believe that Thanksgiving is this Thursday. It seems like we were just saying that it was, you know, Martin Luther King Day or Valentine's Day in 2024. Yep. And now we're kind of wrapping out the year. We are winding down. So the saying is that time flies when you're having fun. We certainly see that each and every day here on Central Virginia. And we love spending time with you, our friends and valued viewers of the show.
So normally, Tori, our producer, gives us the food calendar. I actually looked on the food calendar today. Today is Find Your Giblet Gravy Recipe Day.
No, that is not a day.
It is a day. Find Your Giblet Gravy Recipe Day.
It's oddly specific. Many of the days are just, you know, it's gingerbread day, and then you can
later in the week it would be
interpret.
Giblet Gravy Day. Well, I guess that's Thanksgiving.
Find your recipe. I mean, I'm just going to say there has not been true giblet gravy in my family probably since my grandmother. So
it's going to be hard to find that one.
I like to have the jar. It just makes it a little bit easier, and then everybody's kind of happy with it.
Okay. All right, let's get started, folks. We're going to get you caught up on what's happening in our show today, our pre-show chat. Let's start today's preview. Send it over to Andreas to help us with just that. Hey, Andreas, happy Monday to you.
Find your giblet gravy recipe day. Okay, Bill. I don't know what calendar you were looking at. But anywho, hello, sunshine. It's great to be here with you today. And although it's a short week for some because of the holiday, it's still a great time to hit the reset button and get recharged to embark with the hope to enjoy a peaceful and productive week. In this season of Thanksgiving, award-winning author Stacey Hawkins Adams is talking about gratitude is what you make it. Look for simple and significant things to be thankful for to shore up your hope. So this is part of our Motivational Monday topic, and we'll find out more in just a few minutes.
All right. All right. So if there's a giblet,
we're still talking about the giblet.
Are there jibs before that, and these are smaller jibs, and these are giblets?
Sure. Well, that's the story that we're going to go with today.
Meanwhile, back in the real world, Army veteran and Chef Tanella Hall, better known as Chef Ty, is here in the Virginia This Morning kitchen. She's going to make her signature butter chicken with cabbage and collards.
Yum.
Yeah, baby.
Yum.
Looking forward to that. We're looking forward to that segment. I know I am. That's coming up in our second half hour.
And we are all underdressed today compared to these ladies.
Wow.
Today's style expert and content creator, Janie Medley, is here to give us a holiday fashion preview. Here's a tease sequence here to share with what is trending this season. Our conversation with her is coming up a little later this morning. We have disco ball chic happening in the studio
it's like
this
bright
morning.
Coming from over there.
I know.
Like, wow. All right, now let's turn our attention to the weather and send it outside where Tom Patton.
Yeah, I just said disco ball chic. So when you say that, you think of Tom Patton.
I would too. Bell bottoms. Yes. By the way, now that it is find your, what is it, giblet
gravy recipe day.
Okay. Yeah. I was wondering why half the office isn't here today. It's a holiday.
They're looking.
They're looking for their recipe that Grandma passed down through the generations.
And I think we get time and a half, all right? Do we get for this day? Is that so good for being here? So
maybe double time today.
Double time. By the way, I'm glad we do have a day. I found my giblet gravy recipe, so it didn't take long. I always keep it handy anyway.
You found it in your sequined outfit that you only bring out this time of year.
That's correct.
Well, now we know where it was. It was in Tom's outfit the whole time.
The whole time. So we can cancel the holiday.
Woo!
All right. By the way, the first thing you do, add giblets.
Add giblets.
Yes.
Not the jibs, the giblets.
Yes. And stir. Stir slowly.
Stir slowly.
Fold in the giblets. All right. Let's show you what's going on with the weather today, man. We've got a pretty nice day. A few high, thin clouds. Outside of that, we've got lots of sunshine. A nice, bright start to our morning. A cool start. We're up to 48, man. We took a jump. We've jumped I think about 11 degrees over the last hour. It's going to be a pretty warm day today, well into the 60s, mid and upper 60s for highs today. Dew point's 41. The air is pretty dry. There you go, 40s. Stanton was in the 20s earlier, so everybody's getting a nice rebound here this morning. All right, here's what we're expecting, about 67, mostly sunny, a little bit warmer today, nice mild day. South-southwest winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. As we get at least a short time in a warmer pattern. I think we'll get today, and the front comes through tomorrow, but we'll still be warm until the cooler air settles in. A few showers near the front, and that's what we'll have around here tomorrow morning. Some scattered light rain showers, some snow on the northern end of that. Really what we're going to be waiting for here is this system in the Pacific Northwest. It's going to combine with another low coming out of Canada, it looks like, and it's going to create a pretty big storm for the Great Lakes and Northeast Thanksgiving Day and the Friday after. And for us, it's going to bring us a wet Thanksgiving Day, at least for a portion of the day. So for today, we expect lots of sun, some thin clouds. The clouds thicken overnight. 6 a.m., some showers moving in. And by about 9, 10 in the morning, they should kind of dissipate out of here tomorrow. And then we'll see some sunshine return. It's going to be warm again tomorrow. And then we'll start to get colder progressively starting Wednesday and especially into next weekend. Clouds do return by Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, and then we'll track the rain for Thursday, Thanksgiving, some rain moving in right through the morning hours, and then we'll see kind of redevelopment again Thursday night into Friday morning. And look at that, lots of snow on the western edge of that, from Erie, PA to the mountains of West Virginia, up into parts of PA, New York State. They'll all get some pretty cold air coming in and some snow for those folks. For us, rain. It moves out of here by Friday. It'll probably have some lingering early showers. It's going to be a windy day as cold air settles back in. Highs next weekend, low to mid 40s, overnight lows in the 20s. If we're 25 here in town, that means those outlying areas may see the low 20s and a few upper teens. So there you go. All right, Virginia This Morning will continue right after this.
Good morning, sunshine. That is you, and that's you, and you, and you. It is Monday, November 25th. The wait is over. The area's only live, local talk and entertainment show Virginia This Morning has officially started. I'm Amy Lacey, of course, here with Mr. Bill Bevins, also known as Mr. Sunshine, at least this morning.
Good morning to Amy.
Hi.
And hello to everyone. Thank you for joining us for Central Virginia's only live local talk and entertainment show. It's Virginia This Morning, 9 to 10 a.m. every weekday morning. We get a chance to connect with you, our friends and viewers of the show, and we love every minute of doing it.
We were talking about that today is National Giblet Gravy Recipe Find It Day.
Recipe Day.
So I'm just wondering now what other kinds of oddly specific food, calendar, holidays there are.
Well, I just looked at today's. I didn't go into the future. Or...
Let's make it a plan, a pact today that we're going to look into that.
And we have a chef with us today, and I will tell you that on Thanksgiving Day, if there are collard greens and yeast rolls, y'all can have everything else.
Because that's what you're having. You're having thirds and fourths?
Of all of that.
Well, great. I mean, I would do that too. But what about the giblet gravy?
What about it?
You're just not going to be there for that one.
Collard greens and yeast rolls. Yeah. All right.
Well, for those who are just joining us, welcome to our live show. We do have a recap of some of today's highlights, even in addition to what we've just been talking about now.
All right, and we're going to get half of my wish today. Army veteran and Chef Ty Hall is here on the Virginia This Morning kitchen. She's going to put together her tasty buttered chicken and cabbage and collards.
That just sounds perfection right
Yeah, baby. We're looking forward to sampling that a little bit later on in today's show.
And style expert Janie Medley is back with a holiday preview. Our conversation with her is coming up in our second half hour, and everybody looks just absolutely gorgeous this morning. And we have so much more too. Now is the time for this week's Motivational Monday segment.
Gratitude is what you make it is the focal point of this week's Motivational Monday segment. Our dear friend, award-winning author Stacey Hawkins Adams joins us again today. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, in the season of gratitude, I think I'm doing quite fine. And this is an interesting week as we lead up to Thanksgiving, right? Where you may give all kinds of things, but as you are getting ready for Thanksgiving, sometimes you can lose sight of that aspect of gratitude.
Right. We were talking about the National Gravy Day, Giblet Gravy Day. I'm a cranberry sauce eater, so I won't have to shop today. But all the things that you're supposed to do to prepare for Thanksgiving often can stress people out or bring up grief for people who have lost people, or maybe think about the things that you're not happy about. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about how gratitude can be the simple things. It can be walking outside today and enjoying the sunshine. It could be, wow, today is warmer than yesterday, and that makes me feel good. What are those simple things that can bring you joy and gratitude? And often folks who are in a great season, they're moving so fast, they're enjoying all of the blessings of the season. Maybe they can take a chance or take some time to pause and really live in that moment and not take the good things for granted. But if you're in not such a good season, there are also some things to be grateful for.
Well, it's important to take a step back and really appreciate that some days you're going to have these big, huge things that you're grateful for. And other days you're grateful just that you woke up this morning, right? So you have to take a moment to appreciate whatever it may be, even though it may not be humongous.
Exactly. And I brought a trusty memory that I've had in my closet for 10 years. We were looking at the dates. You can see the dates in here. These are 2014 dates. And I was sharing with you that during that year was a pretty challenging year for my family. And so one of the ways I decided to get through it with my children was every time something good happened, big or small, we were going to put it in the gratitude jar. So we started that on January 1st, 2014. And at the end of the year, on December 31st, we pulled it out. And there were things as simple as, my son made an A on a quiz. Someone told my daughter they liked how her hair looked that day. And there were big things as well, but we sat and went through each of those. We unfolded them and looked at them together. And it reminded us of, yes, a year can have highs and lows, a season can have highs and lows, but these are things that made us smile, and it helped us remember them. And so this is sat on the shelf of my closet for 10 years, and I have a gratitude journal. I do other things since then, but that's always a reminder that whatever season you're in, there is something to be grateful for, and you're going to move through it to another season as well.
That's right, and that's so special to be able to look back at it. I think if we don't write it down, it's so easy to lose sight of those really cool, maybe really small things that we accomplished, that we experienced. Years later, you don't necessarily remember that day someone complimented you on your hair. Right. But now you do. You get an opportunity to see where you've come, where you're going, and to be reminded of the big things and the little things.
Exactly. And photos as well. My kids, at the holidays, we will be taking photos on Thanksgiving and in between whenever they come to visit or they're at home. I'm like, we got to pause and take a photo of this moment. And they're like, nothing special is happening. I'm like, but we're here together, and it's a memory. And so you go back and you look at those memories. I have photos in my phone from as far back as 2007. And so those memories also invoke gratitude because you remember maybe what you were doing, maybe it was something funny, maybe you were just together. And that's another way that you can create memories or create gratitude, but also look back over your years of photos as well.
That's right. That's why my phone is full right now, because I'm always the one trying to capture those moments. Now, for me, I don't necessarily put them in a jar, but I have a list, and I try to take inventory on at least a monthly basis to see what happened, what was good, and at the end of the year, going through the process of gratitude for the entire year, which is kind of what you've talked about.
Right. And the other thing we can do is think about the people that we are grateful for, the people that maybe in our heart or in a moment we're like, gosh, I'm so glad she did that, or I'm so happy I'm going to see her, and we never tell those people. How about this week? Let's take on the challenge of actively saying to people, either calling, emailing, or if we're going to see them in person, saying, you know what, I'm really grateful that you support me in this way, that you talk to me in this way, that you love me in this way, and making sure that people know we're grateful for them.
That's right, and this is a great time to think about this because we can kind of kick off this season of gratitude doing these things, but also carrying it into next year.
Yes.
So gratitude becomes a practice and not necessarily something that you do to get over the hard times. It is, I'm grateful no matter what happens, and maybe we do that as part of our morning devotional or part of a journaling activity, but in some way incorporating gratitude every day. day?
Every day, because when you adopt an attitude of gratitude, whatever the day is like, it becomes a habit. It becomes a muscle that you exercise, and at some point during that day, you're going to revert back into that gratitude, and that is a magnet for blessings. It really does help you see the world in a different way.
Yeah, you're already starting your day with a different perspective, a positive perspective, and you look for the good and not necessarily the bad. It's such a great reminder, especially going into what should be the ultimate week of gratitude.
Absolutely.
Always good to be with you, Stacey Hawkins Adams.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you, and same to you. Well, we're always thankful for Stacey, and we're thankful for her Motivational Monday series, a free Motivational Monday email that will come to you. Please go to her website. If you're interested in subscribing, just visit StaceyHawkinsAdams.com. All right, Mr. B and Amy, after Stacey's segments, I feel motivated and grateful. Don't you?
Always, always, always.
Yep.
What a wonderful way to start the work week.
Thank
It's
you,
just
Stacey.
so special. We always love having Stacey in the studio. And here's something else that can get you motivated on this Monday. You have the opportunity to be a winner. The Let's Make a Deal Scratcher is the hottest ticket in town. It is the latest one from the Virginia Lottery. CBS 6 and the Virginia Lottery are giving 4 lucky contestants a chance to win a $100 Scratcher prize pack.
Last week, we announced our first winner, and today we unveil the name of our second winner.
And the second winner is Crystal Houston from Richmond.
Yay,
Sending a big congratulations to Crystal on this Monday. Going to be hard to top Monday when you started off as a winner.
Absolutely. Folks, don't worry. You still have a chance to enter and win. We'll announce the third winner live next Monday, December the 2nd, between 9 a.m. or starting at 9 a.m. in the morning. So make sure you watch then and stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you for joining us back from the commercial break. It's the most wonderful time of the year. The 41st Annual Dominion Energy Christmas Parade returns to Richmond along Broad Street on Saturday, December 7th. You'll see fun and festive floats, giant helium balloons, high school and college marching bands, superheroes, and legendary Santa. They will all make their way from the Science Museum of Virginia down to 7th Street. 2024 Team USA member, Olympic swimmer and medalist Charlie Swanson, a Richmond native, will serve as this year's Grand Marshal. Before we head to break, here's Mr. B's recent conversation with a representative from United Healthcare.
This segment is sponsored by United Healthcare.
Everyone needs medical care, and it's important for people to have access to health care services that they need without breaking the bank. Marianne Rendazzo joins us today to discuss a health care plan from United Healthcare called Surest that is helping make health care more accessible and simpler while lowering the total cost of care for members and employers. Good morning, Marianne.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in, because this sounds very interesting. It already touched a bunch of hot spots for me that I wanted to find out about. Tell us a little bit, set the stage a little bit better from your point of view. This is important, isn't it?
It is. So Surest is a product that United Healthcare has offered for about 7-8 years, and it's been highly successful. And I'd like to tell you why. It works from one of the basic tenets of the Affordable Care Act, in that it drives transparency in the cost of healthcare services. So Surest is a product. It's a health insurance option offered by employers to their employees at open enrollment. And what it does is it eliminates the deductible. So given we're in a very high inflationary environment, eliminating $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 deductible is an immediate financial bump to many consumers. And then because healthcare costs are now transparent, consumers can simply log on to an app or call their member services line on the back of their card and find out what the cost of a service might be before they schedule an appointment. So it's a game changer. and with an immediate financial impact to consumers, and it's really easy to use.
Easy to use. That's important for me. And one of the things I'm looking at is that you're going to know what you're dealing with, like you said, and there's no math involved. And math's a problem for me. So you pay your copay and that's it, right?
That's right. You just pay your copay and that's it.
That's big for a lot of folks.
It is. And, what we have found is that there's a 20% increase in people accessing or consumers accessing necessary medical services. Things like preventive care, which are so critically important. We have found that there's been a drop-off in folks that are seeking preventive services simply because they don't know what it's going to cost, or they don't understand what falls in the category of preventive care, or they're simply worried that if what might be covered at 100% will actually require coinsurance because the provider might find something that causes that visit to fall out of preventive services, and now it's a diagnostic visit, and there will be both a deductible to meet and coinsurance. And so for those reasons, people have stayed away. But preventive care is really important. It's something we all need to access. And so with Surest, removing the deductible, knowing it'll be paid for at 100%, has increased the use of this important visit. And additionally, folks with chronic conditions really need to have a very hand-in-glove relationship with their provider. They have a full team of physicians that they should be working with. And so what Surest does, it eliminates the financial burden or the concern around the financial burden of accessing medical services, because when you make your appointment again, you'll know what the cost for that visit will be, and you're not encumbered with a deductible.
Yeah, you know what? We do preventative care on our lawnmowers and our cars, but not ourselves because, like you said, we didn't know what it was going to cost. This answers that question. If people are interested in the Surest Health Plan, what kind of steps do they need to take to make sure it happens?
So they can contact United Healthcare or through unitedhealthcare.com. They can also go to surest.com if they want to learn a little bit more. But the best way truly is to approach your employer and ask them to include Surest as a benefit offering.
Marianne, great job explaining this for us this morning, and obviously it's going to be a lot of good information, a lot of important information for a lot of folks. Nice talking with you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
For more information, visit uhc.com. And stick around. Virginia This Morning returns after a quick break.
Thank you for watching Virginia This Morning. If you can't watch our show live and want to stay up to date with our segments, you can visit virginiathismorning.com anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there are some other options too, such as viewing on one of these apps: Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV channels. If you need the app, just visit the App Store on your device and search WTBR Richmond. It's absolutely free.
This segment is sponsored by Mr. Fix-It.
Most people don't realize how important gutter protection is to their home. Here to tell us all about the benefits of Gutter Helmet is our friend Mark Binstock, owner of Mr. Fix-It. Good to see you again. Yeah. Welcome back. We have talked about this in the past, but I want to kind of drive home the fact that safety for you and your home, but mostly for you, is step one in Gutter Helmet.
Yeah, we've lost count of how many customers have shared with us all those tragic stories about somebody falling and around the house, getting up on that ladder and, getting injured badly. Gutter helmets, gutters are a necessary evil for a house. You have to have the gutters. You've got to be able to get during those heavy rains, even the light rains, get that water controlled and away from the home to help protect the home, protect the landscaping, all that stuff, keep the critters away. Yep. But the necessary step is to have gutter guards on the home that work 24/7, 365. And the cheap Gazmos and filters and things like that that are out there, they're not that long-term successful product, Gutter Helmet is. Gutter Helmet has a lifetime performance warranty. I've had it on my house for crazy years, whether it's a heavy snow that can sit on top, or whether it's in the fall, all the leaves falling, or in the springtime, those thunderstorms. Gutter Helmet's going to be there. And again, when we say triple lifetime warranty, it's because it's a material warranty, it's a performance warranty, and it's transferable. So if you go to sell your house, you transfer it to somebody else. So makes it good.
We've talked in the past of, it's not something you see from the street when the house is for sale.
Right.
But if you tell people that are interested in your house that Gutter Helmet is up there, and if they know, or if you have to tell them the story, then that makes a huge difference, because then you're not up on the ladder again or paying someone to get on the ladder.
Exactly right. So you don't have to worry about being stressed out of, uh-oh, the gutters are clogged again. Do it. If you like to golf, you never have to worry about cleaning your gutters again, but just get out there and have fun on the weekends.
All right, you have a special offer for us right now, because it is special. So tell us about that.
Right now, no payments, no interest for 12 months, or even some folks say, hey, I just want a tiny monthly payment, so $75 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gutter Helmet has been around for a long time. I know you've been doing it, you said, in your house for years and years. And the people that have it installed are so happy with it. We just had a situation at our house where the gutters were fine, everything's working good, but we needed to get that little attachment that goes on to, again, get the water further away from the house, because we have a basement. Right. So getting that water away from the house is essential. It obviously, if you got clogged gutters, it's going to cause problems up in the air and on the ground.
Well, you're right, and that's what we bring to the table. We're celebrating our 54th year in business, so we are experts at this, and we're going to come out free of charge to do an evaluation, and we'll make recommendations. We might say, hey, you know that downspout right there, it needs to be a little bit larger sized, or hey, there's one that we need to add another one, and this one we need to make a little extension like you're talking about, and get it a further, because we're taking a look about the lay of the land and how the water flows when it rains heavy. Is it flowing towards the house, away from the house? So we'll make those recommendations and give free advice on how to protect your home.
It makes a huge difference, and Gutter Helmet works. I don't think we said that. It works, folks.
That's right.
Thank you so much for coming in and filling us in on this. All right, and folks, those leaves are starting to fall, so here's a special offer just for you. Mr. Fix-It is offering no interest and no payments for 24 months, plus enjoy $300 off your Gutter Helmet project. The Mr. Fix-It showroom is located at 10,189 Maple Leaf Court in Ashland, Virginia. Give them a call, 804-726-8006, or visit MrFixItVA.com. And stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Welcome back. Bold colors, sequins, leathers, metallics. These are just a few of the materials trending this holiday season.
Our friend style expert Janie Medley is here to share a preview of some of the incredible looks available this time of year. It is always wonderful to see you and this vision of loveliness.
Lovely.
What are you wearing? I know Andrea's pointed out your mixed metals.
Yes.
You are going there, and we're loving it.
'Tis the season.
Yes, it is.
'Tis the season, and this set is from H&M.
Beautiful.
I love H&M.
Me too.
Especially for the holidays.
Yes, and I love a set. And I was just passing by and saw it, and I was like, oh, that's a Janie.
Yes, it is.
I love Janie. You know, we're going to have to coin that term if you haven't already.
I love that you are your own adjective and noun. You know, you're all of it.
So I paired it with, I'm going to show you some accessories, little silver and gold, because we're mixing it up, and the silver shoes, and I love the little sparkles here. And so, you know, you just want to have fun.
Yes,
it feels so good to get all dressed up, you know.
That's right.
And not only like is it holiday, but people are shopping for like wedding guest looks, Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, holiday parties. So we just wanted to show you what to look out for.
And a little bling is always appropriate, no matter the occasion.
I love it.
I envision you with a coat draped around your shoulders.
You know,
just
the coat, I left
the city.
it in the green room. I should have brought it on.
Not even necessarily.
I love it.
I see you with like a stole, like just looking elegant, gorgeous.
And you know, a pop of color on the lip.
Yes.
That's right.
Accessorize. Yeah.
You can dress it up, dress it down.
Absolutely.
Always ready. Okay, now, we've seen you in all of your glory, but there's much more glory coming.
Yes, Shanika is our first model today.
I love this dress so much.
And this is from Dillard's. And what Shanika, I love this dress, and you know
Those
the feathers
the
on the
feathers
sleeves.
do it.
Come on, and the little shimmer, and in the back, see it opens a little bit.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is so cute. So we paired it with, you turn around, Shanika. She had to put on some stockings with this. Didn't have to, but it's a little chilly out. And some platforms. Put her hair up.
And that pop of color
Pop
on
of
the
color
lip.
on the lips.
You know I love a red lip.
Yeah, you have
Beautiful.
to. It's a must. It's a must.
Beautiful.
And she's ready to go.
Beautiful,
She is.
beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shanika. And next is Akai.
Oh my goodness. Tails are back, right?
Tails are back.
He's given that little Bridgerton, I think, little
Yeah.
effect, right?
Yes.
Jacket, velvet, right?
Love it
Nice.
so much.
It's a tuxedo, but with the tails. So something just totally different. Last year when he was here, he did a tuxedo, but he's like, I've got something different for you.
Oh, yes. Well, and let's talk about the bow tie here, because that is certainly fashion forward.
Don't you? And he had it. You could do it. He didn't have to tie it, but I told him to tie it for the segment. But it was just a cool element to it. And Akai shoes, love, and he also has the red bottoms. He was walking down the hall. I didn't have my glasses, but I could see the red bottoms.
Yes,
There you go.
beautiful.
You can see it there with just a slight turn of the foot, so you
Yes.
can see that. But this is absolutely wonderful. It gives any sort of holiday affair a level up.
Excellent, just
It's-
excellent.
And it's very 1800s, but it also feels very 2026.
Absolutely.
You know, like we're going into the future from the past.
Skipping
So
ahead.
It looks really great.
There you
Thank you.
go.
Thanks, Akai. And our next model is Jalen.
Oh,
And everything that Jalen's
sequins,
wearing
love
is
it.
also from Dillard's at Short Pump. Jalen's, let's start with her dress. It is the cutest,
That
and
is
it's sleeveless.
precious. I love the
How cute
buttons
is
in the
this?
front. Oh my goodness.
So cute.
And so I wanted to show, for accessories, a little fun with a little faux fur. We love this. And so with the tights, cute little shoes.
And look at
but
that-
can you see the heel?
That diamond sort of looking accent there on the shoe, the heel, that is perfect.
Sparkling, right?
Love
It's
it.
sparkling.
And I love how the sequins are incorporated, but they're not overtaking the dress. You still get the
Absolutely.
texture in there.
Very much, because this is a tweed
Yes.
dress, yeah. So it's with the black and the silver, yeah. I told him,
really
I'm just ready to go somewhere and party. I don't know about you guys.
Listen.
I prescribe to the notion that it can be black tie any time of day. So I'm saying black tie breakfast. We're gonna do this.
I love it.
We're gonna do this.
And as my grandmother would say, you always need a little piece of fur.
Yeah.
And there it is. Thank you, Jalen.
Thank you, Jalen. And Crystal is next. Crystal is new with us. We're so excited to have her.
Love this pantsuit, beautiful.
Yeah.
I love velvet. Love velvet. So when we went to try things on for her, this was the first thing she put on, and I was like, okay, we're done. This is it.
No more needed.
No more
We've
needed.
arrived.
We love this. And we accessorized with the pearls. I love pearls.
Yeah.
Just so classic.
I love pearls. And so then she pulled her hair back, got the red lip, little dangling earrings. Her shoes, she has the little jewel down there.
And they're also velvet.
Yes,
Head to
yes.
toe.
And I love the sling back theme that we've got going on.
We
here.
all have the slingbacks today. Yeah, love, love, love. So she's already beautiful. Just
Beautiful.
beautiful.
I love it. Well, thank you for being with us. Thank you for keeping us a little bit velveteen this holiday
yeah,
season.
very soft.
And last but not least, Travis is
Look at
joining
this.
us.
Woo.
I tell ya.
Okay, now where do we begin?
Where do we begin? Because I didn't even see the texture in the pant until you got close to me.
And I love the turtleneck with the accent of the white.
I mean, where do we begin? All accent with the whites, as we can see. The pants, velvet.
Yeah.
Got the jacquard. The shoes, I mean, it's
The
Travis. y'all.
shoes with the
It
white
is.
accent, gorgeous.
So perfect for holiday parties, office party, fancier party. But I think today I just wanted to show the black and white, of it all, that you don't have to necessarily do all the reds and the greens. So
That's right. And it reminds us that the men can stand out too.
Yes.
I love
course.
this theme
Yes.
over the last few years of men having these very intricate tuxedos and holiday looks. And of course, Travis takes us there every time.
every time,
Every time.
every time.
All right, well, let's get the models back in because this is just too much goodness to see only once.
Wow.
You got us ready for the holiday season, just like that.
I'm ready.
Just like that.
I'm ready. I just need a few places, few invitations.
There you go. We're open.
Janie is
and
open.
ready for your invitations. I love it. What a holiday season. We've got so many different types of looks. As we said before, the velvet, the leather, the sequins, the fur. Yeah. We've got it all.
Yeah, just sparkle, just shine,
and
just enjoy.
And a little bit of mixed metal. Why do you have to choose?
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
Silver and gold and everything in between.
And it just feels so good to, to get dressed, to get out, and just go have some fun. Enjoy this holiday season.
Yeah,
That's
celebrate.
right.
It's been a great year.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, thank you always for being with us and keeping us fashion forward.
Looking forward to the season. For more from Janie, you can check her out on social media at Medley Style or visit our website, virginiathismorning.com. Mr. B, what's cooking over there?
Oh, man, what isn't cooking over here? It's all going on. I'm here with Richmond Bay Chef Ty Hall. Savory butter chicken with cabbage and collards. And, man, there is so many spices and stuff. There's like 5 different pots going on. It's going to be good. She's going to put it all together when we return. Yeah, I smell it. In just a few minutes. Welcome back to our live show. It's time to create some early lunch. Man, it smells good in
Or
here.
late breakfast, why not? Army veteran and Chef Ty Hall is back in the Virginia This Morning kitchen. Get your pen and paper ready to write down this delicious butter chicken with cabbage and collards recipe. It is so great to have you in the kitchen. My goodness, this would be the perfect meal any time of day. My goodness, it smells so good.
It really is. So thank you for having me, first and foremost. And let's get into it. So we all know that collards take a little bit of time. So we put those in our pressure cooker because that is the convenience of having something so nice at the counter. You go put it in there, press a button, and it's done.
Kind of forgetting about it, and it's doing the work for you.
What we have, and I want to show you, so you're going to do the honors of putting this.
Show them all
here.
those different spices, Amy, because that is just beautiful in itself. So, Ty, you were an Army veteran. What job did you do in the Army?
So I was logistics in the military, and then I later converted and became a nurse.
Wow.
So,
all right, so wait a minute, hold on. First of all, thanks for your service. And secondly, so you Army, you logistics, then you become a nurse. And so many of the chefs we've had on our show, it all started with grandma or nana, or in a lot of cases, mom. And yours is with your nana.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was with my nana. So I'm an 80s baby.
Yeah.
And grew up, my grandmother had a speakeasy. So we sold dinners, we sold everything. But
Grandma was super cool.
She was. But we were a community-based. So we took everything that was left over, and I watched my grandma make magic. Like literally one dish at a time.
So special.
And so the story behind butter chicken is it is the staple for, if you were to go to India, it is their regional dish.
Yeah.
But it's made out of leftovers.
Okay.
So technically it was tandoori chicken, which is typically made with breast.
Yep.
We use thighs because it has more flavor, you get a little fat, makes
that
it
dark meat,
Right, well, you know, dark as well. Dark is very, very good and is very forgiving.
Yeah.
Right? So because of that, they would do it with breast though. So that's why they had to come up with a reason or a way to make it juicy and moist the next day. Thus the butter sauce. So this is not friendly on the hips because there's butter everywhere.
But it's friendly on the lips.
But it's delicious. It is delicious, okay? So for you, you're going to take, first let me tell you.
Okay.
You have kasuri meta, which is fenugreek leaves.
Okay.
That's what gives it that spice.
Okay.
A little bit of Himalayan salt.
Okay.
Cumin, Kashmiri red, which is a chili powder. If you do not have a Kashmiri, you can use the smoked paprika.
Okay.
Okay. Then you have tandoori red and garam masala.
This is just beautiful. This looks like almost like an artist's palette with all
is
of the
an
different
artist's
colors.
palette.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
gorgeous.
So we asked what I did. I was a nurse, right? So my hashtag is the recipe nurse.
Recipe
I try
nurse.
to cook with healing from the inside out.
Nice.
These spices do just that. The turmeric, the ginger, the garlic, all of those things help our insides, right? They make them happy. So you're going to take and just dump all of it in.
All of that's going in?
Yep, all that's going in. Boom, clean plate.
There we go.
Clean plate, clean plate. Now we're going to sit this down, and we are going to.
So Ty, wait a minute. Nana fixed Indian food?
So my grandmother was a maid.
Okay.
Right. So again, you got to think about the time and place we grew up. My grandmother was a maid in a home.
And where was this?
So this was in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I try not to do the West Philadelphia born and raised, but because me and Will
The
Smith.
playground is where I spent most of my days.
But you know, me and Will came from a different a different part of West Philly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your base, she would come home and we wouldn't have traditional food.
Yeah.
My grandma worked as a house servant in a Italian home.
Wow.
And my great-grandmother was in a Jewish home. So I grew up eating kosher meals, and it kind of started my love of having food from around the world.
From around the
Right.
world.
Different.
In
And
your
then-
house at the same time, maybe.
Right.
I
And
love
then
that.
going in the military, I was exposed to different cultures. My best friend is Indian, and her mother taught me how to make butter chicken.
There you go.
Right. So this is my comfort food. This is what makes me do a little wiggle in the dance. And hopefully it's going to do that for you.
Oh, it's already started.
Now, where Nana comes in is her cabbage and her collards.
Cabbage and collards mixed together.
And the reason why she did that was because of the bitterness.
Okay.
And my grandfather was diabetic, so she didn't want to put sugar in it. But the sweetness that naturally reoccurs in cabbage, she would use it. So when we learn how to pair our foods together, it does that. So tomatoes, especially in a can or a jar, are highly acidic. Instead of adding sugar, you can add onions, a sweet onion, and it'll balance it out. So that's why we have onions.
A lot
in
more
front of
taste,
us.
too.
Right. So we have this brownie. We're going to add a little bit of onion.
Yum.
And once we put it in the sauce, it's going to go ahead and knock out some of that. Do you want to do the honors?
Sure, I would love to.
You want to pour about half of that in there.
Okay.
Watch it. There you go.
Now, the other sauce that's in there, what was that?
So
that looked like tomato too.
So we start off with tomatoes, right?
Okay.
And I have to get it to where it's thick and we have a base.
Okay.
Because that's the whole thing. You're going to coat the chicken. This sauce is just amazing.
I would coat the chicken and everything else in that sauce. It smells so good.
So it's kind of like when you think about our food travels, just think. So tomatoes, when you think of grandma, from Italy, she would make a 12-hour gravy.
Yeah.
Because it's not called spaghetti sauce, it's called gravy, right? So this is the same thing. Every culture has a gravy. Every culture has a way of bringing food together, and this is why I choose to cook around the globe, because most times you won't eat something that's not what grandma would make, right? So this is what we're doing. We're shaking it up a little bit.
So this is not, it's not swimming in sauce, it's coating with sauce.
It's coating in sauce, and you see the brownness on that chicken? That is the yogurt that we used to marinate it. So you want to give it like a good little, at least an hour marinade in those same spices, because what you're doing is layering flavors. It's all about the layer method. You cook this down, sauce is done, but we got a little trick.
Okay.
So traditionally, you would use cashews, but we have so many nut allergies. We have so many different allergies that you have to be aware of.
Absolutely.
So today, this is nut-free. This has no cashews in it. We are going to finish it with heavy cream.
Okay.
But if you wanted to know how to do it with cashews, you would soak them in warm water overnight, and then you would puree them down with fresh tomatoes, and then put it in at the finish.
That's the traditional way to do it?
And that's the traditional way to do it.
Right.
This, now we have the acid from the tomatoes, we have the sweetness from the onions, but it's going to be really, really bitter on the palate. So, contrary to belief, lemon, just a little bit of lemon juice goes in there and goes a long way, and it brightens up the flavor.
Okay.
So, I'm going to do it, squeeze it, to keep all the seeds out. That's it. That's all you need.
That's just it. Just a little bit.
Half a lemon, right? Our chicken is almost done. We're going to put that in there, and then we have cumin rice.
So good. My goodness.
Go ahead and stir, please. And then we have
Making
cumin
sure
rice.
those onions get caramelized in here.
So the rice is, you can have it with a bunch of different rices. Basmati or jasmine, traditional basmati, and I seasoned ours with cumin.
Okay.
Why? Because cumin is good for your blood pressure.
And it just pairs
And
so
it
well
tastes-
with everything
Right,
else
it's going to
here.
layer everything together. And we have some naan. So when we do this up, we're going to have collards and cabbage, butter chicken, a little bit of rice, and a little bit of bread just to sop up all the gravy and stuff.
Naan is my favorite
Don't go
kind
too
of
far because we
bread.
got to take a little break here.
Oh, no, we're not going any further.
Okay, good.
Well, Chef
we'll
Ty
come
is
back.
hanging out in the kitchen with us. If you want more information on her or her catering services, just log onto our website later today at virginiathismorning.com.
See you in a few.
All right, Andrea, we might save you a plate, but we are going to send it over to you.
You might save me a place in the world. Well, now's a great time to share a few things we're looking forward to for Tuesday. Most of us will have plenty of leftover turkey after Thanksgiving. You can get creative and make something tasty and unique with it. Recipe developer Miss Keisha will be here to create what she calls her turkey waffle bowl. We're looking forward to that. Plus, it's going to be an ice cold segment. We'll promote the 2024 Richmond Polar Plunge with proceeds supporting Special Olympics Virginia. Enjoy these features and much more when you join us tomorrow on Virginia This Morning. We'll wrap things up and hopefully I'm going to get a plate when we return in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Welcome back. We're ending things today in the Virginia This Morning kitchen with local Richmond chef and caterer Ty Hall. Yum, this smells so good today.
It's like international food here from all over the world kind of combined together for all kinds of taste, and it smells and looks, and I'm guessing it's going to taste delicious.
It is.
I'm going to come down to Andrea's first. Ladies
Ooh,
first.
Look at that. I didn't think I was going to get a plate, and here I am with the first one.
We didn't find the giblet gravy, but we found the butter gravy.
There you go.
Joining us today.
Much better.
We're going to put a little more on social media too, so we're going to dig in and we will have something for you.
Thanks to all our guests for watching today. Thank you for joining us today, and stay on top of everything. We'll be back tomorrow morning starting right before 9 o'clock.
Thank you. 8:56 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see you then.